Kakapo, the world's rarest and most expensive parrot. The kakapo is one of the strangest parrots on Earth. In fact, 9 out of 10 people have never even heard of it. Unlike other parrots, the kakapo cannot fly. It can weigh up to 4 kilograms 9 pounds, and its body gives off a unique scent that resembles wild honey and tree resin. Ironically, these unusual traits are also what pushed it to the brink of extinction, making it one of the world's rarest and most valuable birds. Just a few decades ago, only 51 kakapos remained alive in the entire world. In response, the New Zealand government launched an unprecedented conservation effort. For the first time in history, every surviving kakapo was transported by helicopter to remote predator-free islands. These islands were completely isolated from the outside world, and every piece of equipment brought onto them had to be thoroughly sterilized. At first, scientists believed that once the birds had a safe environment and plenty of food, they would reproduce rapidly. But the exact opposite happened. Despite numerous breeding attempts over several years, only 3 chicks survived. Researchers first discovered that rats were destroying the eggs. After completely eradicating the rats from the islands, the chicks were placed under strict protection. Yet even after all predators were removed, the kakapos almost completely stopped laying eggs. Although they were healthy and well-fed, males and females simply refused to breed. The kakapo is the heaviest parrot in the world and can live for nearly 100 years. Instead of flying through trees like other parrots, it spends its life walking on the forest floor. For millions of years, New Zealand had no ground predators, so the kakapo's only natural enemies came from the sky. As a result, when threatened, it evolved to freeze completely instead of running away. Its green feathers blended perfectly with moss and forest vegetation. However, everything changed when humans introduced cats, rats, and other mammals to New Zealand. The kakapo's sweet scent made it easy for predators to track, while its habit of standing still turned it into one of the easiest animals to hunt. At one point, scientists believed the kakapo had become extinct. Then, years later, they discovered 18 kakapos on a remote island. Unfortunately, every one of them was male. A few years afterward, a small group of females was found on Stewart Island, but they were rapidly being killed by feral cats. That discovery led to another major rescue mission. Every remaining kakapo was relocated to predator-free islands. After years of research, scientists uncovered an astonishing fact. Kakapo breeding depends almost entirely on the fruit of the Rimu tree. These ancient trees can live for up to 500 years and produce large fruit crops only once every 2 to 6 years. A 2015 study revealed that Rimu fruit contains exceptionally high levels of calcium and vitamin D. Until then, scientists believed vitamin D was produced only by animals. Surprisingly, the Rimu tree can produce it as well. Without enough Rimu fruit, female kakapos simply cannot produce healthy eggshells. No matter how advanced their artificial diet was, they refused to nest unless Rimu fruit was abundant. Eventually, a bumper crop of Rimu fruit appeared on Codfish Island. Scientists provided additional nutritional supplements to female kakapos, hoping they would lay more eggs. The plan worked, many chicks hatched. But a new problem appeared. Nearly 70% of the chicks were male. Since females were already extremely rare, this created an even bigger conservation challenge. Male kakapos are 40% larger than females and require much more energy to raise. When a mother bird senses that food is abundant, her body naturally produces more male chicks. To solve this problem, scientists carefully reduced the amount of supplemental food. The females remained healthy, but no longer became excessively overweight. After this adjustment, the ratio of male and female chicks returned to almost 50-50. Over the following years, the kakapo population slowly recovered. The number of birds eventually passed 100, and later exceeded 150. Breeding still depended entirely on the Rimu fruit cycle. In years without fruit, breeding almost stopped. In good fruiting years, many new chicks were born. Today, A single Kakapo egg is considered more valuable than a diamond. After a female lays an egg, conservationists often remove it and place it inside a carefully controlled incubator. A highly realistic 3D printed artificial egg, created by the famous WT workshop, is placed in the nest instead. Some of these artificial eggs even contain tiny speakers that play chick sounds when hatching time approaches, encouraging the mother to continue caring for the nest naturally. This method helps the female recover heat energy more quickly and sometimes allows her to lay a second clutch during an exceptionally good Rimu season.